Hey, I would have ate good. Oh, you hear me?
Look, yeah. Hey, I look at the other competition. Hey.
Damn, man. I damn sure I wanted to come too. I was like, man, we had to went online. I was like, man,
And the damn no thing, bro. Casual dress. I said something like this.
see, I ain't know. You know, I ain't even go to Tangy wedding. Tangy and Andy. I was there, but I was there after. I was at the house. I was the one. Yeah, cause I had came and got ice and beer and everything else. I had came on base. I had came on base, bro. That was dangerous.
And I know your phone was down, so I couldn't even call you.
Damn.
The phone was down.
Yeah, it was it. My phone was acting super stupid. Brother was with me.
I'm in the shadows.
Bro, there was no exchange of phone numbers or none of that, was it?
Mm-hmm. Dre, I want to say thanks for being willing to do this. And what was your name, sir?
Lloyd.
Lloyd?
White.
Lloyd White, yeah.
Yep,
awesome. Yep. Thanks for being the guest.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here.
Yes, sir. Good stuff. Yeah, we're going to try to just keep it rolling.
Let's go.
And see if Deondré will be able to do his profession and answer a few questions while he's doing it. Oh, and look who else just walked in.
What's happening? It's Leaks. What's going on? You already know your boy. Hey, I gotta get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta move it.
I already know, clean all that up, right? Yes, sir. What you got for me, Duff?
Yeah, let's get started with question number one. What led you to join the military?
It was just something different at the time. Little known fact, I actually was in college before.
Take all of them.
Okay. I was in college. I went to an art college in Tampa. Ran into complications, and I was like, you know what? Went home to visit, and about 3-4 days later, I was swearing in Jacksonville, Florida.
So sworn in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yep.
Not too far from where you're from. Let's tell the camera where'd you grow up, Deondré?
Little old bitty Lake City.
Lake City.
Lake City.
Too funny. That's I did some FedEx delivery driving. You know that. I did
Yep.
driving for about a year with Absalom Gonzalez trucks or whatever their route was called. But I believe you know. You say you knew one of them, one of the owners.
Bim.
Bim. Bimbo Gonzalez.
Yep, I knew Bim.
It's a funny coincidence. Yeah.
Very strange. Then
You
me and this
were-
dude end up at the same school, same tech school for electronics. And he used to deliver to me at the VA hospital when I was working. Well, I was actually a driver too, but I worked the dock also.
Yeah, you worked at the Department of VA. You worked at the shipping and receiving area, right?
Yes, sir.
And that was...
And there wasn't but 3 of us, so you had to see me at least once.
We're skipping around the timelines a bit here.
Yeah, we did.
Because that was after your military service, right?
Oh, yeah.
And going back chronologically, growing up, you spent all your childhood and high school years in Lake City?
Yeah, except for the one year I had moved to Greenville, South Carolina.
South Carolina for 1 year.
Yeah.
Where in South Carolina? What
Greenville.
happened that year?
Greenville, I was at Serene Middle School, and it was garbage. First, I growed up around family, and then, then I get taken away from where I growed up. I ain't know nobody. And, the middle school ages is when people try you. So it was a lot of trial and tribulation going on for me in a new place. I ain't never been in no snow or none of that. I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
So you had to come back.
Mm-hmm. Ended up back in Florida.
Back in Lake City.
Yep.
Yeah, everything's pretty spread out in Lake City. That was one of the things I couldn't stand about being a delivery driver in that area. Almost impossible to have a short work day.
Columbia County actually is pretty, like you said, it's pretty spread out, and people don't understand that. It's a lot of cow pasture, a lot of farmland out there, but a lot of people don't know that.
Let's go back into your military career. I think you joined. You say you joined the Navy first.
Yep.
And
95.
Right out of high school, or no? You said college. You
Yeah,
mentioned,
right
you
after.
mentioned college.
Well, I didn't even finish art school.
That's right, art school.
Ran into some issues there. I was like, you know what? I ain't asking my mama for no money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go get it myself. Went and joined the Navy.
Art
And
school,
after my,
and then the Navy. What was your job in the Navy?
at that time, I was an AVH, which is aircraft handler. We parked aircraft on the flight deck.
And did you cut hair and stuff?
Oh
when,
yeah,
when you were
I've been cutting
in
hair
the
for
Navy?
a long time.
And
We was hood barbers back then, so I was cutting in the bathroom,
yeah,
which we call it the head back then. We call it the head.
the
We
military
went
lingo.
and we commandeered a space and utilized that. We had a big boom box in there, and we sitting there and cut hair half the night.
Yeah, that's a high demand area for the barber. That's for sure in the Navy.
Oh yeah,
Any branch of the
anywhere,
any military.
any
branch,
military
yeah.
installation, yeah. Cause no matter what base I went to, I ended up cutting hair. Hey man, line me up. I'm like, what? All the way in Japan, I'm lining people up on the army base.
So you mentioned Japan, and what other countries did the Navy take you?
Hong Kong, Singapore, Dubai, Jabal Ali, Thailand, everywhere. I've been all over the place.
What vessels got you to those locations?
The Kitty Hawk,
Was it all on the Kitty Hawk?
yeah.
What do you know about that vessel?
It's an aircraft carrier. Basically, ain't got but 2 hangar bays. You got the flight deck and 2 bays on the side, and it was the oldest ship in the fleet at the time that I was on it.
Nice.
So, yeah. It was raggedy, full of asbestos, full of lead paint. Yeah, it was a piece of trash, man. That was a garbage trip. But it did take me, like you said, all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
So with your school before the Navy?
Lieutenant. Uh-huh.
Your school before the Navy, that art school, did that kind of tie in with your craft here? Being a barber and stuff?
Actually, it's just something that actually it did, but it's just something that I picked up. I mean, I started cutting my own hair. Everybody's like, hey, who cut your hair? Me. And see, back then, you had the high top fade. You know what I'm saying? He know, yeah. We had the high top fade and everything back then, so it was a little different.
Of all the countries that you've been to, what are a few of the highlights?
I would tell you one of the most memorable countries, and just because of its cleanliness alone, Singapore was the single most cleanest country I ever been to in my life. You could drop your ice cream cone and pick it up and eat it. That's how clean it is. They don't sell candy with the wrapper. You get the candy in bulk. And you go in the store, it's like they got the little shovels and you get your candy in the bag. You don't get no wrappers. They don't sell chewing gum there either. No chewing gum. So that was definitely different.
The cleanliness
Yeah.
compared to Lake City.
Oh man. But Lake City is a whole lot cleaner.
You mentioned Jacksonville too. Is that just where you
I was
enlisted or stationed? Or
yeah, I
shore
was-
duty or whatever it's called in the Navy?
I was temporary in Jacksonville a couple times, but I actually went to barber school in Orange Park, which is considered Jacksonville, and that's where my craft was already honed. I was teaching my barber instructor, certain things, and he was like, "Man, how you know how to do this?" I was like, "I'll show you." Because I do everything. I do cosmetology stuff too. Nails, eyebrows, you name it, I do everything.
One thing that stood out to me about Deondré, I never would have guessed his age. You want to give us a hint?
Huh?
A hint as to the age of Deondré Craig?
I ain't made it to 50 yet, but that,
But 60 years
yeah, a lot of people don't think I'm my age.
What was it, about 40?
47.
47? Yeah,
Yeah.
47?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yeah, I would have guessed
48 this year.
I would have guessed 35. I think a lot of people been blown away by when they find out that number.
Yeah, a lot of people are.
don't
A lot
look
of
it.
people are. Like, wait, what? How old are you? And see, I got a lot more sense than I let off. I act a certain way. I even act like I don't know what's going on, but I know.
So Singapore,
Uh
was that probably your top rated of the countries you've been to?
What happens on cruise stays on cruise. I can't tell you that. I will not sit here and confirm or deny anything. I'm not going to do that. I plead the 4th, 5th, and the 6th on that one.
Well, you should feel all right sharing which of the countries was your favorite.
Well, you know what? Thailand was nice too.
Thailand, right?
Yeah,
up
it
there
was
with
nice
Singapore.
because you could get a lot of stuff done. Korea was okay. It wasn't all that to me. I kind of like Thailand better than I'd like Korea. But yeah, actually, everywhere I went it was a party anyway. So it wasn't bad for me. I sometimes wish that I would have stayed in a little longer, but I started my family early, so I was like, no, let me get out of here while I can and raise my children. So I had 2 sons at the time, and that's what led to me getting out. But if I wouldn't have had children, I probably would be in the Navy SEALs by now, or leaving the Navy SEALs by now, because that's where I was headed.
What do you think led you to the career change of getting into electronics?
Our sorry ass government. That's what led me to that. Because they promised a lot of stuff that did not happen. When I actually settled down and, started getting more involved with, you know, my health and stuff like that, they was like, hey, you need to find a different occupation because, like I said, I was truck driving for the VA, but it was so stressful, you know. You're out there in traffic every day, then you lifting stuff that you should be lifting with people, other people, but I'm doing it by myself. And they wasn't really, you know, willing to fill that gap. That's thin enough? Here.
Little thinner, little thinner, little thinner.
A little bit thinner?
It's a little thinner.
I don't know.
That's a shade off. That's a little shade off.
All right.
You gotta be
All right.
picky.
Hey, no, you gonna get it how you want it. You gonna get it how you want it in here with Dre now. That's what's gonna happen. That's regardless. Lloyd know that.
Mm-hmm. You get what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was a party every country we went to though. So, you know, I can't really say. Okay. Australia was nice too. We went to Singapore and what is it, Tasmania, and what is it, Hobart, something like that. Anyway, Australia was nice.
You said you're trying to figure out what the name of the city in Australia you were. Where in Australia did you go to? Sydney?
Sydney, Hobart, Perth. We had a good time there.
How long were you in Australia?
I believe it was like 8 days or something like that.
Which other countries did you stay in the longest?
The U.S.
Outside of the U.S.
No, all of them was about the same, I think. All of them was about the same because we stayed out to sea, you know, for a couple months. You know,
Oh yeah.
I did Westpac, which is, you know, hitting all those countries, and then turned around. And that was my first cruise, was a Westpac. Then came back and we did a RIMPAC, which is, you know, we go out there and,
When you say Westpac, that's West Pacific.
yeah,
Is that like a Navy lingo thing?
I believe so.
'Cause I think I've only heard that from you. I haven't heard that in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna go on the Westpac.
I've never been on a ship.
And I was just gonna say it's the terminology we use, I guess, for, cause I never been on like any of the European tours. I never been to like Spain and Italy and all that. I never been on a ship that went there.
Mm-hmm.
No East Coast cruises for me. When I went East Coast, that's what led me to changing from one armed force to the next two. Cause I went to a Marine Corps base and I was about to get out. That's what led me to the uniform change. It's like, no, I'm done with this. I'm not going out to sea no more. Matter of fact, all this happened around about 9/11?
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of
Everything.
9/11, yeah, I was just gonna ask you whereabouts were you? Were you enlisted at that time or?
I was still enlisted when 9/11 happened, and I was standing in Jacksonville, North Carolina, New River Dental Clinic, and we were all watching it on the TV. It was kind of like surreal. It felt like a movie. But, yeah, most of the Marines that were surrounding me went apeshit right then.
I can only.
They was
imagine.
ready to go get, hey, let's mount up right now. I'm like, y'all crazy as hell. I'm going home. I'm going to get some of this curry chicken. And I'm going home. I'm going home.
That's right.
I'm going home. I don't care what y'all got going on. I don't know nobody that got blowed up.
Yeah, I was when that happened. I was in. I want to say like fourth grade.
I was just gonna say damn near middle school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was like, Doc, kind of stupid. You crazy. I'm like, no, I'm real. I said, I'm a human damn being. I say, them people ain't bother me. I said, yeah, I'm in the armed forces, but I ain't stupid, though. I say, that's a ploy. That's somebody saying, yeah, come on. We waiting on you. When they get that stupid, somebody waiting on you. That's a trap. That's a trap.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I got you. I got you. See, you thought I had forgot, didn't you?
Cosmetology.
Mm-hmm.
So you did some classes, organized classes in that too, right?
Yeah, I actually, like I said, I was in Orange Park at the time, but I was working with a very dear friend of mine. Like, basically, I call her my sister. She has her own shop in Orange Park, and she let me kind of work there and hone my craft while I was in school in Orange Park. So when I leave class, I would actually go to her salon and work there for a couple hours.
What'd you say her name was?
You talking about Lloyd?
No.
Oh,
the
my
name of
friend?
your friend the salon you got to work at.
Her name is Nikki, but it's called Inner Beauty. Inner Beauty Boutique in Orange Park, Florida, right there in Jacksonville.
Is it still open? You know?
Oh yes, definitely
Yeah?
still open. If y'all, I recommend anybody go there. Men,
yeah.
women, whatever. If you just going in there to get shampoo, go get it done. Anything, a natural hair care, anything like that, they got you. Everybody in there hold it down. I ain't seen a bad dude come out of there yet,
At
and
Orange
probably won't.
Park.
Oh yeah, and I think she's still doing hair shows and everything. They be traveling all the way to Texas, California, doing all kind of hair shows and going South Florida. But yeah, everybody
Orange
in there,
Park.
boy, got a set of hands on them, bro.
Orange Park is where Bim's son
Good.
There we go.
Anthony lived, and he let me stay there in Orange Park
Oh,
with
yeah.
him when I was doing the FedEx route for him.
Yeah, boy, that's some good stuff.
Hey.
Look how sharp that lineup is, though.
That's some
Yes,
good
sir.
stuff.
Yes, sir.
Give me some of your spray there. Your alcohol.
Oh, alcohol.
You can do that later. You can spray some after. You know alcohol?
I don't even think that's alcohol. I think that's water, bro.
Back again on the question. The goods reach?
No.
Man.
Before the holidays, man, they was giving me a
Keep it shiny.
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and promote that too. It's called Hair Elements. They got their own line, and this a bad mama jamma. It's like this is a thermal mist, but it's like a 9 or 10 in one. I use it when I got clients that's got natural hair and stuff like that.
That's the real deal right there.
What?
That's that good shit.
Smell like
What's
candy.
That's that good shit.
That's the real.
That's
Real
the real deal.
Yeah,
It
that's the
smell
real
good.
deal, the real deal.
It smell good.
All right.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, but
Lloyd, you happy with the haircut?
Always.
Yeah.
That's why I drinking Corona. Yeah, he keep me going, man. He keep me going. This guy's hooking me up. If I meet him like that. If I meet him, real guy, he real.
Yeah, thanks again, Lloyd, for being willing to do this and being on the camera. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, anytime.
And Deondré, in closing, you got
Yes,
anything
sir.
else you want to say or
not
to
really.
the camera? Like you got your promos in. How about these
I'll
right
tell you-
here? You want to talk about these guys?
I tell you what, this is what I got to say. Stand by for part 2. Stand by for part 2. We're not finished. This ain't it. I just wanted to get started
Yeah.
and introduce myself. I ain't done yet. There's plenty to talk about. I've been through
Ain't
plenty.
nothing but time, right?
Somebody told me the other day, this dude been alive down there half a decade.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, You bastard. Why you gotta say it like that, man? No, but it ain't done yet. We'll be back. Stand by for part 2.
I like it. This is the Duff Law YouTube channel. Go over to canvasbusiness.com, buy you some canvas, subscribe to the channel, and go over to the Business LLC channel and subscribe to them as well. Once again, can't thank you enough, Deondré, for being willing to do this and getting mic'd up and answering a few questions for the camera. Really appreciate you sharing your profession and a little bit of your life story with us.
No problem.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, stand by for part 2 for sure.
Yes, sir.